Welcome to My Real Estate Mistakes. I'm Chauncey Hilliard.
I'm DeQuincy Edwards.
And today's episode, we're going to talk about location freedom and financial freedom.
Yep. So today's sponsor of the real estate term of the day is Paragon Realty. Their website is www.paragonrealtysc.com. They license in Georgia and South Carolina, offering full service in real estate, buying and selling, and new construction. You can go on their website and get more information. And today's term of the day is DOM, aka days on the market. So I get a lot of times people go on Zillow and you see it on Zillow right there. It's been on the market for 90 days. What's wrong with it? Or what's going on? So it's defined as the number of days from the date on which the property is listed for sale on the local real estate broker multi-listing services, MLS, to the date when the seller has signed a contract for the sale of the property with the buyer. So basically what they're saying is, as soon as you sign up with a real estate firm and they put your house on the market, that's when the days on the market starts, when it's on the MLS. Not the days you had it for sale by owner, or you just had we call a pocket listing. You was thinking about selling, is when it's officially open to the public on the MLS.
Yeah, so days on the market is very important. You want to know that before COVID, that days on market was probably averaging around about 67, 80 days. Now in COVID, you're getting under 30 days, probably about 2 weeks is an average days on the market time currently right now. Is it very important? Not really, because what a lot of people don't understand is that if a property goes off the market and the contract goes back on the market, that doesn't mean that it's on the market for 30 days. It could have been on the market for 3 days. The contract fell through. When they put it back on the market, they're going to count as a total days. It's not really a big significance, but people definitely think it does have a lot of significance.
Okay, yeah. So, again, days on the market. So that was a real estate term of the day.
Yeah, so let's go to, a lot of people got a lot of replies back for when we did the 2022 goals, what location freedom and what financial freedom is. Everybody had their own thing about it. So my biggest thing is location freedom. I think that for me, the lifestyle that I have, being able to get up and go is very important. COVID, I didn't realize as much how often I travel until COVID, when I was restricted to stay here in one location. Anyone who knows me knows that probably the last 2 years, I probably had a lot of events that happened in my life that being able to sit down and had to sit in COVID made me say, hey, you know what? I never want to have this problem ever again, is that I have to be tied to this house. Like, I went to the crazy part of buying like the craziest things in the world. I got a couch set that I custom designed because I was so bored because of COVID.
Yeah.
So
if Marquise paying later over here, I bought a custom $7,000 arcade machine that I played with twice for being in the house, stuck in COVID, designing an arcade machine for my game room.
Exactly. So location freedom for me is very important. A lot of people don't understand that what it is. So location freedom is that I am able to get up and go at any location, any time frame. So I'm doing this thing called I buy one-way tickets. So if I want to go to a destination, I buy a one-way ticket there. I set up camp there until I'm ready to go there, from there to somewhere else.
Wow.
So I want to be able to travel as much as possible. If I decide to stay here a week or a weekend, I can actually stay there for a long period of time. My destination where I want it to be actually my hub, because I still want to have actually home, is that Miami is going to be my destination where I say that I probably spend majority of my time right now. Now, in the next 12 months, the next 3 years, it may change to another location. But right now, I think I want my hub to actually be Miami right now. So a lot of people don't understand that kind of lifestyle, because a lot of people have things that actually prevent them from traveling. So it's not going to be something for the average person that probably has a family, kids in school, but you see that kids can actually do virtual school now. So it's actually adapting to what the new circumstances are. Personally, for my job, only thing I need is a computer in front of me and a cell phone. So I can work here, Asia. I just got to be on Eastern time zone to actually service my client. So I'm putting the systems in place to actually make sure that my clients are taken care of. I'll be available, but I am not going to be physically in one location.
Yeah. So basically, the definition they have online and what Chauncey hit on is location independence is a lifestyle. It's all about having the ability to live and work on your own conditions,
Hmm.
wherever you want, for both a digital domain or location independence. The main thing is not be able to tie to specific geographical locations.
Agree.
So that's hard to achieve because you can't have location freedom and lose money.
Agree.
That's the key. So basically, Chauncey can set up shop like he said in Miami, but still do the same numbers like he was in South Carolina.
Agree.
That's location freedom. Uh, Me, it's about setting up systems. It's about, like he said, having the right equipment, having the right people involved, and delegating. You got to delegate. You can't. You got to be less hands on. So if you're a person who likes to have your hands in everything, and you can't delegate or you can't manage people, you're not gonna have location freedom because you're gonna have to trust people. You train them or you tell them what to do, and you can't run to every problem they have or every situation because you're not there. So I'm thinking I'm in the process now doing location freedom, trying to set it up. It's kind of harder for construction. It's got to kind of be on the site sometimes and things like that. But I'm just trying to set up systems and protocols so you can actually have location freedom.
Agree. So that's my biggest thing is that I think at one time I wanted like a big one house. Like right now, the way that my life is that it'll be cool that I can travel 3 or 4 different houses all over the world and stay there. So I don't need a 7, 8,000 square foot house. I can probably do a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. If I get a kid, maybe a 3 bedroom, 2 bath that I can actually can be small that my family can travel because I think it's very important for me to experience cultures. And it's good to go someplace for a weekend, but it'll be great to stay something there for a month so I can actually get in tune with the locals and still run my business. I think a lot of people think that when you say location freedom, that you're not going to still continue to make money. No, my systems are going to run everything. You want to make sure that you're aware that McDonald's is ran off a system that's ran by high school students, 17-year-old. So I'm going to build my companies to actually to run very similar to their model is that I can rely on a system to look at it no matter where I am in the part of the world and I can control it from that aspect of it. But like Quincy said before, you have to delegate, but you also know that responsibility still lies on you, but you don't have to be in the location to actually be responsible and actually be an effective leader.
Yeah, because before COVID, location freedom was retirement. That's what basically was location freedom. You work for 30, 40 years, retire, now you can do what you want to do. But by then, you're old, you can't really enjoy yourself.
Agree.
You didn't work all these years. So you can't really enjoy location freedom. Now, what COVID has taught us is to adjust and pivot. Like school shut down for a whole year for COVID almost.
Okay.
And they had e-training and they still taught kids not in the location they was at. So if the school systems can do it, you definitely can do it because that's why the real estate market has gone crazy because people don't have to live in their town no more. Like you said, you had a guy who used to work for Zillow living in Seattle and couldn't afford a shoebox, couldn't afford a studio apartment. But since he don't have to be in Seattle no more to work for Zillow, he moved down to Charlotte and bought him a 2 bedroom condo. And he thinking he had the best deal in the world.
Agree 100%. Like he loved it. His price, I mean, his job hasn't changed, his income hasn't changed, but his location has changed. Where Seattle, he had a box that he was living in. Now he actually owns that he was renting. Now he actually owns a brand new place downtown Charlotte. And he's ecstatic. He loved that he actually made that transition. So that's exactly what I'm doing personally with my life is that I realize that you don't have to be there. I know real estate agents that had autoimmune disease that have not been out since COVID or when COVID happened, and they sold just as many houses not being out. Everyone is adapting to that, hey, this is what the new thing that we're going to go to Zoom. We have to do new different training that you don't have to be on location anymore.
So since this is your brainchild, give us maybe some steps. It don't have to be a number, but just if I have a 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what I do,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to achieve location freedom like yourself.
Okay, so you have a 9 to 5. I always say we don't quit jobs. We actually let the jobs fire us. So if you have a 9 to 5
Shout
now,
out to my dad. They fired me.
true story.
True story. I got
But
fired.
yeah, so
You say, so you gotta go. God, no.
yeah. So what I always tell somebody is that you have a 9 to 5. Nothing's wrong with having a 9 to 5 because that's where you get started. Investing in real estate is one component of it. You can invest in stock. I mean, let's break it all the way down. You can actually be a distributor on Amazon. You could buy these little dogs right here for $1.50 and sell them on Amazon for $10 and make a profit off of it, and that's gonna help you get your location freedom.
So okay, so we're gonna break it down. So basically, if I have a 9 to 5, I need to analyze my budget to see if I can find some extra money and invest.
Mm-hmm.
Or look at, if I don't have extra money, look what extra time I have to make extra money.
Agree 100%.
Okay. So that's step one.
That's
people.
step one.
Okay.
And let's say your 9 to 5, if you have a 9 to 5 that you have to be on location, they currently have 9 to 5s that you do not have to be on location
Exactly.
anymore. So if location freedom is what you're after, look for a job where that the 9 to 5 you don't have to be in a building anymore. Because what you're realizing now, these CEOs of major companies are realizing that they don't have to be on location for your productivity level to remain the same.
And they're realizing your 8-hour workday, hour lunch, you really can get that done in 3 hours.
Agree 100%.
So they just want you in the office to look at you to make sure you're getting 8 hours in.
So you can actually find a job that doesn't have it. But see, my biggest thing is I like multiple streams of income. I never want to rely on one stream of income. So for me, my personal goal is to move things around so that I have multiple incomes coming in to still support the lifestyle that I want to live, as well as the location freedom. I can do it from anywhere.
Okay.
So that's the biggest thing, is that either you find your 9 to 5 that's like that, or you actually start a small business, become an entrepreneur, and invest in anything. You don't have to do real estate. There's so many other opportunities. I don't care. You a TikToker. You TikTok, you dance on around there. Because I know a guy.
I'm looking for somebody who teach me TikTok right now.
Agree 100%. Because I know somebody that actually travels. He's an actual professional traveler that he actually is getting paid to travel these locations, and he's being sponsored by it, different places. So you can do whatever you want. I think find something you're passionate about and do it. So as far as location, for me, my biggest thing is what I'm setting up is that I have a team to handle everything. And we're talking about on the front end and the back end team. Like right now, I'm setting up that all my processes, everything as far as accounting goes through my CPA. So everything as far as that accounting go, that she's tracking everything with everyone, so that if the front end is messing up the money, I am the person that's actually tracking it. She's tracking to make sure that we don't have any issues when it comes to accounting there. So you covering your front end and you covering your back end. So you're setting up systems that will, if something is not lining up, then it'll red flag the system so that you can kind of control everything from a distance.
Okay. So, all right. So I gotta get some extra money. That's the biggest thing. I gotta get some money coming in.
Yeah, so you gotta get some extra money coming in, because that's what the biggest thing that you're missing, is that you want to get some extra money. Location freedom, another thing too. Let's say if you live in a city that you can't afford and you want to move to another area that is less expensive, you can move to an area that's less expensive if you have a job that can actually move into that location. Just like we told the guy with that actually moved from Seattle. Zillow was here. Now they say, oh, you don't have to be in the office in Zillow headquarters in Seattle no more. You can move anywhere in America. He came down south. That's a location freedom from him, because even though he purchased in Charlotte, that doesn't mean that he has to stay in Charlotte for the rest of his career with them. He can actually move in every location that he wants to, because he has that freedom. So for me and for him, that is more important to have that freedom than to actually go to a job that you're probably making a little bit more, but you're stuck in one location. For me, having that flexibility is more important to me than actually having that one job. So that's why I say multiple flows of income is important, because let's say if you was getting a job making $80,000 a year, that you had to be at that location from 9 to 5, but you moved to a job that's making $60,000 a year. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like going down in price on my income. But let's say if you had to, and you start selling these little dolls, these little bulldogs, to actually take a place of that $20,000 that you are missing from your main job, but you have that location freedom to move freely to where you want to go. That's the way that you can actually achieve that location freedom.
Okay, so I got I got the extra money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I got the job I can move freely,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still working.
Yeah.
So basically, how do I get? I guess you put systems in after I get that system. So after I start selling bulldogs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's become successful, I need systems like you have,
Yeah.
so I can delegate people selling bulldogs. I just got it going. I just sold this bulldog.
Yeah.
Now I need to get systems so I can get myself out the process of selling this bulldog and still make my money.
Oh yeah, so you still be in the process of selling a bulldog, but see, let's say this right here. Initially, you got your 9 to 5. I gotta pick these bulldogs up, take them from the supplier, and put them onto Amazon things. So this right here is I got 50 bulldogs, right? And we selling them every month. I gotta go buy the bulldogs, pick them up, and then ship them out. What I'm saying now is that maybe this bulldog is $10. I bought it for $1. This bulldog is $10. Now I'm gonna sell this bulldog for $12. And what I'll do is I'm no longer picking these bulldogs up. I'm gonna hire somebody in and pay them that $1 to pick this bulldog up for me and ship that bulldog out.
Gotcha.
So I'm able to get the $10. This person was able to do the work for me. I'm managing to make sure he picked those bulldogs up and he get those bulldogs out because I need the income continuously to come in.
Gotcha.
So that's why that's the reason why you actually have people and systems in place, because I'm going to know for sure if these bulldogs are being shipped out, because I'm not shipping them out, but I'm going to use those tracking numbers that the person that actually shipping these bulldogs out have. I'm going to make sure they're being shipped out.
Yeah, so location freedom is just a new term of retirement. I mean, that's how I used to get when you was retired. So now location freedom, like he said, he doesn't have to be in Colombia to sell real estate. He can go to Miami for a month. He can go to LA for a month. He can go to Vegas for a month and still get the same productivity. I can be in Atlanta. I can be in Orangeburg. I can be in Florida. I can be in New York. That's what location freedom is. It's just basically that you're not confined to an office. You're not confined. You still get your job done. You know what you need. Like he said, he needs internet, a laptop, and a phone.
That's it.
And
That's
he got those 3 things. He's good to go.
I'm good to go. Now I need it for you guys for the podcast. I'm gonna need a camera so that I can do the podcast from anywhere.
Yeah. We got to get that feature so y'all can see me at another location.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like being with him anyway.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
So that's pretty much location freedom. We was talking about in our 2020, and that's one of your 2022 goals, right?
Oh no, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm actually doing it. It's already been tried in 2021. I left my team for 3 days. I left my team for the weekend, and I left the team for a week. I'm actually going to a conference next week, and then I'm gonna be leaving my team for 2 weeks right now, just because I'm testing it out, figuring out what the systems that we need to put in place to actually try it out. Our other businesses are actually kind of self-run too, so we have gotten that in place where those other businesses are being managed by someone else. My long-term rentals, I'm signing a contract for them to be managed by someone else that used to be self-managed. So what I'm saying is that we put everything in its place so that everything can actually be accounted for. I have key people that I'm going to, and they have people under them, just to make sure that we are running this train where it needs to be. But yeah, that's 2022 is it. Yeah, it's no, we ain't waiting to 2023. It's 2022.
There's no turning back.
There's no turning back.